Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Matt?
Good. Long drive or are you in town?
In town, in town.
Perfect, in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's great to meet you. Great to meet you.
Alright, so tell me a bit about yourself. I got your form, so I know kind of what you want, but expand a little bit.
Yeah, so essentially right now, with real estate investing, there was two glaring stats that really caught my attention.
Yeah.
Where on one of your YouTube videos you said there's only 1% of the population that own 3 or more properties.
Yeah.
Right? And then Matt McKeever's channel, he said 90% of real estate investors quit after the first investment.
For sure, yeah.
Right? So I was just like, with the whole coaching thing, I'm like, why not?
Yeah,
like in
totally.
terms of why not go for the best in the KW area,
Yeah,
right? So
for sure.
that's what brought me here, right?
Awesome.
In the first place. And then in terms of the reason why I'm here is more so, as far as you keep talking about, you don't want to play checkers, you want to play chess,
exactly.
right? So strategically right now, I feel like we're in a good situation with, we've been in Cambridge for about 20 years now,
Okay.
right? So we've been more focused on like the restaurant business,
Yeah.
but we want to get into real estate investing. So far we have 2 rental properties.
Yeah.
And so one is, one's doing pretty good. I mean, it's got like a $20,000 mortgage left.
Yeah.
4 bedrooms,
Nice.
upstairs, 2 downstairs. The other one is, we got that in 2017. It's got 3 beds and 2 downstairs.
Okay.
But we had a contractor that came in and it didn't meet code in terms of
Gotcha.
the ceiling height wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Tall
I
enough
don't
or-
remember the exact number,
Yeah.
but that's been vacant for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Right? So in this case, for us, with contractors, we haven't had the great experiences.
Yeah.
And it's been a little intimidating as well. And also tenants, right? But with your great content that you're publishing out, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta at least, there's so much free content you're throwing, I'm
For
like,
sure.
I gotta at least sit down with you for an hour,
Yeah.
or else it's just not even fair.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what it is, right? Because I know you can do a portfolio analysis with a mortgage broker,
Yeah.
but in this case, like, I know you're the best at it in terms of, with what you do best, with your specific niche in the KW Cambridge area.
Yeah.
And, I have a little experience with KW. I worked at Comutech software, so,
Yeah.
like I know it's technology-wise with the Google building and all that's
For
going
sure.
on. But for myself, like 2 months back, I was just gonna I was just gonna go to like a big 4 bank, get a mortgage and all this and, not take control of my destiny, right?
Yeah,
But
gotcha.
here I was like, I got my brother and my dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna take full advantage of this
For
opportunity.
sure, definitely.
So that's where we're here.
Awesome, man.
Right?
So what's the goal for you guys? Like what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, so for us right now, like going back to that stat, that 1%, like,
Yeah.
because
You want to break 3 to 4 properties, eh?
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
obviously that's my dad's portfolio.
Yeah.
So for us individually, that would be amazing, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I mean, because you're going at a rapid pace, like you're gonna be in Costa Rica any minute.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't wait.
So for myself, it's just a matter of I just want to have good fundamentals built in. My business model currently is evolving at the
Yeah.
moment. With the BRRRR strategy, and I know your last YouTube video, you were just like, grilling. You're like, man, this 1% rule, cash
Yeah.
on cash
Forget
flow,
it,
and
yeah.
all this, right? Just keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
And that's what resonated with me, right? In terms of, you just come off really, authentic
Yeah.
online. So, in this case, that the business model is evolving, and the goal is not even like I guess the next 5-year goal. So
Yeah.
the next 5-year goal would be to be part of the 1% individually, right? Right now, we just don't know how we're going to approach it in terms of should we? Because I know if we sell the house that's working for us, because that's 50%
Yeah.
tax,
For sure, exactly.
right? And initially, I thought there was that's why we're just analysis versus paralysis.
Yeah, I think
right?
you're looking maybe even too far out. You're saying 5-year goals, which is great, but like what's the 3-month goal, right?
That's exactly it.
Because I feel like you feel like you don't know what to do next, where to go.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. Let's try and figure out today, like what's the 3-month goal? What's the goal tomorrow?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I
So
mean?
one thing I didn't add was the principal residence that my dad lives in.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm renting because I moved to Burlington, but
Yeah.
I will be got married and I'm going to be moving back to Cambridge.
Nice.
So right now the strategy that we have in place is house hacking. So pretty much like getting a house and then creating a legal duplex.
Yes, perfect.
And then living upstairs. I'm still trying to pitch it to my wife because with the
Yeah.
newborn and safety wise.
More privacy, yeah.
Yeah, you want to make sure the tenants are screened
For
properly,
sure, yeah,
right?
definitely.
So
Yeah.
so that's so far that's what I have.
Okay.
And I was gonna actually be like, you know what? Once I know everything about real estate, then I'll sit with Matt, or and then that's gonna be in like October.
For sure, yeah.
So I was like, this just coming here was
Yeah, it's just
defeating
good now.
analysis versus paralysis.
For sure,
right?
that's good. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see where you want to go next. So like, how much capital do you have lined up? Like, do you have that saved up, or do you need JV partners for the next one?
Yeah,
What does that
so
look like?
in terms of the principal residence, like my dad is helping me out with that,
Yeah.
right? So the down payment won't be an issue at
Okay.
And
And you're moving into it with the 5% down, I'm assuming? That's what you're gonna do?
that's the thing. Right now, like we have 20% down.
Okay.
Right. So our budget is about 550, 600.
Yeah.
Right. So back in 2015, I went on mortgage with him. So my name's finally coming off
Okay.
this year. So now it's coming off later this month.
Yeah.
So it's working quick.
Okay.
And we have 20% down, and we're just that's the idea right now, because my wife is 90% convinced.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to, because she's like,
Sure.
I want the whole house, I want to keep up with
Totally.
the Joneses, I want to keep up with the Joneses.
More
I'm like,
privacy, your
yeah.
kid, for sure. But
Yeah.
long term, the financial strategy. Financially makes more sense, obviously, to house hack.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because I even Matt McKeever, he said, he was like, once you buy a whole new house, everything else you're gonna have to furnish new.
Totally, yeah.
And you're just keeping up with the Joneses.
For
right?
sure, yeah.
So new car, new
Yeah.
furniture, it's just like,
Definitely.
and your bank account, you're just living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
And like, how old are you guys? Like,
Yeah, so
What's
I
your age?
so I grew my beard for 4 months, and
yeah,
now I look like a kid, but
Yeah.
I'm actually 87, baby, 33.
nice.
He's 33.
Yeah.
And he just turned 57. How about you're 57?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
57.
so you're all young, like you got tons of time to make this
Yeah, I
work,
wish I was 18, but I wish I was young as
Me
I
too.
looked.
Yeah.
Right? So
It's good.
I gave him a little background of your information too.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
just so they have a little because
For
I
sure,
told him
yeah.
like you
They're
don't even
twins.
look. Yeah, they're,
Yeah.
they're twins. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
told him you're like a really simple guy. You're not gonna be wearing a suit.
Yeah.
You're like the next door
Yeah,
neighbor.
we ain't doing that, yeah.
You're right. So
Yeah. Cool. So your plans to buy multiple properties,
Yeah.
duplex conversions maybe you're thinking of?
I just find that because I know you always refer to like A+ tenants as far
Yeah.
as single family,
For sure.
but duplex I just in terms of cash flow,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Type of thing. So that's what. To be honest, I didn't even know what duplex meant 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's how new I am with
Nice,
this stuff.
perfect,
Right?
Good.
So
And we're gonna start you off right.
yeah.
So let's start with like the budget, because
Yeah.
I have some ideas. So how much capital do you have saved up? Like I know you said 20% down, but
okay,
how
so
much
for
is that?
for myself I have 15K.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm working full time right now.
yeah.
So right now I have 15K saved up.
All right, so the duplex conversions, you're in town, you probably know the prices here. What we're gonna be looking for is like a bungalow,
Yeah.
and they're typically between like 500 and like 510. That's kind
Yeah.
of to do a duplex conversion. So what's 5% down on that? I need a calculator. I'm not that smart.
25,000.
25,000?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you need 25K essentially. That's just the down payment. So you call it 30, just
Yeah.
closing costs, whatever, right?
Right.
And then you need to renovate it. Now our renovations for these duplex conversions are typically always 130.
Right.
Now you've seen the videos, like we go a little intense, we make them really nice.
Yeah.
But to do it like we do it, which is what I recommend because it's the safest way,
Yeah.
it's about 130 to do that renovation. However, you know that when it's done, you can refinance and pull most
Just
of that
take all
out.
the money back.
Yeah,
Most of it.
most
Yeah.
of it. So that's kind of what you're budgeting. So if you want to do that, you need the 30K plus the 130. And now this could come in any form. It could come like a HELOC or just a loan or whatever. like-
Yeah.
but the liquid money you need up right now to buy the house is probably that, right?
Okay.
So I'd recommend you do the 5% down actually, because I know you have the 20% down in total.
Yeah. Because that's what I was gonna ask you. Because I
Yeah.
was like the whole time I was
Save the
thinking
money,
20%.
No, because if you're moving
Yeah.
into it, like you might as well actually play by the rules of moving into it. Put the least amount of money you can. Your mortgage payment's going to be higher. You're probably not going to cash flow. You're probably just net, maybe even slightly negative, but you're living
Yeah.
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's smarter because you can use the rest of your money to buy maybe two more 20% downs later,
Gotcha.
right?
Gotcha.
Because if you do 20% down now plus another 20% down, you're probably only going to buy two. We can make that stretch to maybe 3 properties, maybe, right?
Right.
If you do the 5% down.
I see. So 5. That's the rules apply when it's an investment property. 5%,
Investment property-
as opposed to principal.
Well, investment property must
Okay.
be 20% down or more.
Okay.
If you're not living there. If you're living there, you can do 5%, 10%, 15%, whatever. But the minimum is 5%. So let's just
Gotcha.
go with the minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That
Okay.
way there you can get in quicker, less money. You're living upstairs anyway, so who cares? The tenant downstairs is paying half your mortgage probably,
Right,
right?
right,
Or more
right,
than
right.
that. So let's just use that.
Yeah. Especially if it's going to be done nicely, right? You can
Totally.
just charge up, like you can charge optimal rent.
Yeah. And like, were you guys planning on living downstairs or upstairs?
Upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your wife
That's-
wants upstairs.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Yeah.
hoping this all works because initially she was like, I want the whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The compromise is upstairs. It's
Yeah,
nicer.
yeah. Exactly.
Upstairs is nicer for sure. So yeah, have a basement tenant. So the basements, I'll just draw a house here. Right, so the upstairs, we call this U for upper.
Yeah.
This usually rents for $17.50 plus hydro. That's the rents we're getting when we're done.
Okay.
And then down, let's put down, rents for $15.50. Now these are like guaranteed rents. You probably get a little more.
Right.
But I just did one. We just finished one like a couple days ago, and we got both these rents just yesterday. So we
Okay.
know these rents are still current in the middle of COVID.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay.
So you, by the time you start doing this might be 18 and 16, right?
Right.
So if your mortgage, I should do the calculation, I don't know, your mortgage is probably gonna be about 3K all in for mortgage, utilities, property taxes, your cost of living for this house at 5% down is probably going to be close to $3K a month.
Yeah.
If you're getting someone for $1,550, like you're living at $1,550, it's cheaper than rent.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So that's
Yeah, it's cheaper than my
amazing.
rent right now,
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah.
amazing, right?
Yeah.
So do this strategy all day long.
Right, right,
So
right.
5%
okay.
down. Focus on that. Why not?
That's crazy because I never thought I could. Yeah, because like I'm still understanding the fine terms because I know in July the CMHC all that
Yeah,
stuff.
July 1st. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I
The
never
rules,
thought I could put 5%
Now
down.
the rules sound scary. They didn't change anything, really. All they did was before the credit rating minimum was 600. Yeah, 600, which is
Yeah.
like that's a terrible credit rating.
Right.
Now it's 680 minimum. It was always 680.
Right.
It's just politics.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it didn't
Gotcha.
do anything. In terms of down payment, that hasn't changed. If the government really wanted to slow down the real estate market, they would have changed down payments from 5 to 10 minimum. They didn't do that.
Gotcha.
Not yet. So
Right,
let's
right.
get you in before they do that. Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably coming, maybe, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good because that 5%. Yeah, there's more chips on the table. Right?
Yeah,
to
you're
play
just
with?
spreading your money out more,
Yeah.
right? Because how much money do you have all collectively to invest? How much do you think?
Probably with I'd say like 200-300. To be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
That's perfect, because if
Yeah.
each duplex conversion typically is 100K
Yeah.
after the refi, that's you're in the deal for.
Yeah.
Like to do it with 20% down and the renovations, you're about 230,000 that you need to do the whole project, but you do the refinance, after the refi, you're typically only into the deal for 100K,
Okay.
right?
Gotcha.
So if you have 300K, you're gonna spend the 30K plus, so you only need 230,000 to buy 3 properties technically, with you living in one, right?
Yeah.
So let's spread that out.
Exactly. Now I know with MLS, what's your opinion on MLS in terms of?
Deals.
I know there's
or-
so many people doing these private deals
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that, right? But like for me, I know Canada Post, direct mail.
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. So
If
I
you
do
got-
all of that. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah.
Right now, you're just gonna focus on MLS.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Because these are the best buy and hold deals. So like, I'm still buying MLS deals every day, man.
Right.
When I want a buy and hold, I'm going here because I can choose the area I want to be in. I can be more picky because there's a ton of houses, right?
Right.
With the off market, right? These are best for flips, and they actually must be flips. This market is dying.
Oh.
The off market deals must be for flips because we need to get
okay.
it
So
so low.
yeah, that's not my.
Yeah,
niche.
I mean,
Okay.
if we can get an off-market deal at a low price, that
Yeah.
that can be a duplex conversion. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, like, that's amazing.
Because I
But
plan
very
on
rare.
hiring you as a realtor as well.
Exactly.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's very rare to get like a bungalow off-market in a good area. It's a needle in a haystack.
Right,
Because we don't know where the deals come from. They come when they call, right? With MLS, I can physically look at all the properties, pick where I want to go, and pick the best buy and hold. Because when we do buy and holds, area and location and property type is the most important thing
Right.
ever, right? When we do
Gotcha.
flips, I don't give a shit. It's the crappiest property around. I make it nice and then we sell it.
Right.
So it
Okay.
doesn't really matter where it is. So anyway, in a nutshell, MLS for sure is where you're going to be looking most likely
Yeah.
for deals.
Okay. Gotcha.
So do you have any questions about like the duplex process or like anything else that's coming up before we move on to like duplex?
No, I think that's good because I'm gonna have to double check on the capital that we have as well. Because
Yeah.
that may be more actually, or I
Yeah.
don't know the exact figures, but
You have enough for the first one, so let's just get nose to the ground. Let's focus on the first one. and
that's
then-
exactly
yeah.
it. Because it's so easy to go ahead,
Totally,
right? Like
totally.
It's like 5 years instead of thinking.
It's in our
12.
nature to be investors and entrepreneurs. Like, what can I do? Can I buy 4? Can I 5? I
Yeah.
get it. I do all the time. Let's just focus on the first one, get it, and then
Right.
we'll keep going, right?
Okay. So a down payment would increase the mortgage, like in that case,
Yes.
to 3K. Okay.
Yeah,
A
because you're
shorter
paying.
down payment.
Yeah, shorter. Exactly. Smaller down payment is obviously going to increase the mortgage payment because when we do a
Basically.
5% down, which is an insured mortgage, less than 20%,
Yeah.
you have to put. It's a 25-year AM.
Okay. Amortization.
Yeah, so it
Gotcha.
shortens up the period, so the period gets or the payments get jacked.
Right.
When we do a 20% or more, we get a 30-year, right?
Okay.
So that just makes the mortgage payments longer. It makes them cheaper per month. We cash flow more. But we're not so interested right now in cash flowing. You're gonna live in this house for 5 years, maybe 3 to 5 years.
Longer than that.
So you're gonna gain in 5 years, man. The house, like when we're done these, I should have said that. When we're done these duplex conversions and they're done, typically they're worth 660 to 675, right?
Okay.
That's when they're done.
Yeah.
So in 5 years from now, right, this property is gonna be worth 750, let's say.
Yeah.
So you've pretty much made the 20% down in 5 years from now. So when you refinance or get a new mortgage, then
Yeah.
maybe you can get a 30-year mortgage then, and then it'll cash flow insanely amounts. Because the rents by then, who knows? It might be 2,000 up, 1,800 down.
Right.
So-
I see.
you're gonna be cash flowing like crazy. So don't worry about the negative cash flow like now because you're living upstairs. In
Yeah.
5 years, it's gonna cash flow like crazy.
I got you.
And then we focus on the other ones.
I see. So in our, like, with our current portfolio, because right now we have one where our contractor literally built the basement and didn't meet code,
Yeah.
right? And then my dad was actually wondering the question, because we have a tenant upstairs.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, I think what's the ceiling height again? For
Yeah.
6.5, I think, or?
Yeah, 6'5".
6'5". Dina, do you know what the ceiling height is in the basement
No,
that Solomon built? Yeah.
Okay, so this is where you might have went wrong, so
Yeah.
we'll know for the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we find the property on MLS, number 1, right? We
Oh,
find it.
yeah.
We're gonna go over this now.
Yeah.
2.
Because my dad's worried about kicking out the tenant upstairs
Yeah.
properly, right? So.
Yeah, there's a way, we'll get into that one in 1 second, but
Yeah.
to not run into that problem again, where you do the duplex and it doesn't meet and you're fucked kind of thing.
Yeah.
What we do is we find the property first. I find out MLS 123 Main Street looks pretty good.
Right.
Second thing we do is that we call zoning immediately before we even go see the house. I want to call the zoning department and say
R3
I'm thinking
or-
about buying 123 Main Street. Can I duplex it?
Mm.
They're gonna say yes or no. If the answer is yes, perfect. Then step 3, now we go see it, right?
Right.
And then number 4, put an offer on, buy it, etc.
So before you even step on site, you call the
Yeah,
city.
yeah, and we do that for you. So when I'm sending you out properties, Melissa and my team, like, we'll call the zone department, make sure it all works. We'll do the financial breakdown, then we send it to you. So by the time I send you the property, it's already filtered. It's good to go.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure before we even go look at properties that it's going to be able to be duplexed. Because your problem now is that you've done it, right, and then you
Yeah.
tried to get the permit or something, and they said no, you can't. It's too low. Or
Yeah. Well, I wasn't involved in the project, but it's just with my dad. It's just, he was just taking advantage by contract. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I got this.
know.
I got
Fine.
this, right? So.
Yeah. So that's that step. Once we
Okay.
buy the property, the second step is, well, first step is we buy the property, we close up, or before we even close on it, we put the offer in, it's accepted. Now we get is the drawing, so we get the architect to
Okay.
come in and draw the plans. So they come in, they draw it for the city, where the bedrooms are gonna go, where the kitchens are gonna go, etc.
Yeah.
We submit that plan to the city, even before we closed on it. We haven't
Is
accepted
that the
offer.
legal thing to
Yes,
do?
100%.
Oh, okay,
We
'cause-
we can take advantage of timeline, because let's say today
okay.
is July 11th, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we bought a deal today, it's closing September 1st. I'm gonna go in there tomorrow, I'm gonna bring my architect in, we're gonna draw the plans, submit it to the city, so that by the time we do close on September 1st, we're good to go. I don't have to wait, I don't fuck around, the guys can start right away
Yeah.
renovating, right?
Right.
So we draw the plans, we submit them, then the city approves it. Okay, so now it's July 16th, we're good to go, right?
Right.
We close September 1st. First thing you do is, number 2 is you demo. So this is after you close on the property. First thing you do is demo everything you're gonna demo, which is
Okay.
pretty much the basement, we're gutting everything, taking it all back, just to do it properly, and the inspector's gonna wanna see behind it.
Yeah.
So we demo everything. The reason also why we demo first, because we wanna get rid of anything sketchy that might be there, before the inspector sees it, right? So if there's asbestos, ceilings, I'm not gonna say,
Yeah,
tear
yeah.
it out by yourself,
I haven't been there in 3 years. I don't
Yeah.
even know what's going on in there.
but essentially, you want to tear out everything anything that's wrong. We'll tear it all out,
Yeah.
right? Make it all nice and brand new, or bring it back to the studs
Yeah.
or the foundation even.
Yeah.
Number 3, then before we even start working on it, we call the inspector for what's called a pre-inspection. So when you start a job and you
Yeah.
get your permit, there's a pre-inspection that they'll come in, and nobody takes advantage of this actually. Like investors just start working, they start framing, they start doing it before. It's totally wrong. Demo it, then bring them in, because they're going to tell you what they want to see. Because there's Ontario codes, but then they have their own codes, their own moral compass. Some people think they're superheroes, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So every inspector is different, so you want them to come at the
So
very beginning.
Very subjective. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell you what they want to see. I want to see this, I want to see the doors like this, whatever. They're going to tell you what they want. So that you didn't start framing, you didn't start building, then they come in and say, I don't like that, do it this way, then you gotta rip it down, work twice, right?
Right.
So do the pre-inspection, they're gonna tell you what they want, it also sets the boundaries, and they can't go back on their word in a sense, because they're gonna tell you what they want, and then if you do it and they come back and say, oh, I don't like that, you'd be like, you said it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. So accountability.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So get them in first, then we start, number 4, after the pre-inspections, you're good to go, then we just start building, right? Then you're good to go from there. There's no surprises, there's no hang-ups, and they can tell you.
Right.
So that's why we do that. And as for the ceiling thing, like I said, the basement has to be a minimum of 6'5". So that's something that you won't know. Like you can't rely on the inspector to tell you that. You need to know that before.
Yeah.
Like a realtor should have known that when they helped you buy, kind of thing, right? They should have measured it and been like, hey, it's not going to work. Because you can do all the steps right. Call the zone department. it could be zoned properly.
Yeah.
You can get the permit, but then when they get there, the ceiling's 6'1". They're like,
Right.
hey, this is not going to work at all.
Yeah.
Right? We don't want that either. That's a
Yeah,
big
because I
problem.
know. Yeah, sometimes they're lenient with like half an inch, but like it just depends, right? But
It depends,
6'5", it's just easier just to meet code.
100%. So like I walk through properties all the time where like it's 6'3". I can tell right away like, okay, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
Like for me, minimum, what I want is like 7 foot, 7'1", finished, drywalled, floored. 7'1" in the basement is kind of what I'm going for.
Right.
And that's average in kitchen water. Most houses will meet that, no problem. It's kind of a little lower than this, probably like right about here.
I see.
So for me, if I'm 5'9", so if I can touch the ceiling like this,
Yeah.
then it's perfect. If I have to like tippy toe, then it's even better.
Right,
But if I can
right.
just touch it, but if I touch it like this, then it's not good, right?
Right.
So I want to be able to at least do that because Tyler's like 6'3", right? So like
Yeah.
tenants like him walking in your house, and they're gonna be like, I'm not moving in here, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
want to avoid that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it caused us a lot of stress in terms of because the tenant was like her husband left her kid left her, and then she brought a contractor. He's like, oh, this doesn't meet code. This doesn't meet code.
Yeah, totally.
Trying to lower the rent, and then he's left, and then it was just like a
Yeah.
crapshoot.
Still
right?
rent to them, just get out of here. Next tenant.
Yeah. What's the best way to get rid of a tenant? Do you think? Like.
Okay, yeah.
That's
This is the best secret right here.
yeah. Because this is my dad. He wants to get rid of Rachel. Tenant.
Yeah. So cash for keys.
Oh, cash for keys, right?
Yeah. So you want to pay them to leave.
Okay.
Yeah. If they're a problem tenant, you can say I would start off with like we're gonna renovate the unit. We're gonna do this. You might want to leave because it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be dusty. If they're saying no, like I know my rights. I'm not leaving. I'm not getting out of here. Okay, I'll pay you here's $2,000.
Yeah.
Can you just leave? Right? Here's $2,000. No, that's not enough. Okay, 3,000.
Yeah.
4,000. 5,000. Most tenants are gonna leave at $5,000
I see.
if you want them to go that bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then that's where we can just renovate it and then force depreciation, like
Exactly.
increase the value of the property.
Yeah. So you want to pay them to leave,
Yeah.
and don't just let them leave after that. What you want to do is get them to sign an N11.
An 11 form?
Yeah. So you need to get them. Absolutely need to get that signed. That's basically a lease termination on their end.
Yeah.
So them signing that means I'm terminating the lease. Then they're out of here.
Yeah.
As soon as they sign that signature, you're gold. They can't touch it. They have to leave regardless.
Because we've had tenants back, like we started in 2003, right? And then
Yeah.
some of the, like for us, we didn't know much back then because YouTube wasn't around.
Yeah, for
2003.
sure.
But it was
Yeah.
just like, you're a nice guy, you know? You got a nice laugh. You're in, right?
Mhm.
And so
Totally,
it's
yeah.
one of those things. And sometimes we don't even, there's no leases even, right?
Yeah,
Back then, now it's
100%.
like, man.
Yeah, mandatory
luck.
lease, standard lease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of how you do that to
Okay.
get them to leave. Very powerful. Like they will leave. Most people will leave.
Is it?
Like what's the rent there that she's paying right now?
Yeah, $13.50.
Okay, so it's not like she's getting a smoking deal where it's like $800 a month, and
Yeah.
she'll never leave because the rent's too amazing.
Yeah.
She'll like that's standard rent. You can find that anywhere
Yeah.
else. So if
Because
you
I know
pay-
he was wondering, he's like, man, I don't want to pay her anymore, right? It's like, I don't want
I know.
right? But at least she's paying, which is good.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like,
So why do you want her to leave then if she's paying?
well, no. Because the thing is, with her, she's paying, which is good, but everything else, it's just a matter of like, she doesn't cut, like in terms of, she doesn't cut the grass.
Okay.
But it's just, there's always all these different complaints.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe she's been,
She's
you know,
picky.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
okay.
picky and
Other
all.
things too. Yeah, like the utilities.
Yeah.
Because how we set it up was before somebody was living downstairs,
Yeah.
and then somebody was living upstairs, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
we
yeah.
pay the utilities, like the water bill, the tax and stuff. But now since they're gone out, the downstairs, she just pays 1,500 for the whole house.
Oh,
Yeah,
1500?
yeah.
Okay.
For the whole house, but we pay utilities. We pay
Oh,
we
okay.
pay even the internet.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah.
So like obviously it's not a good deal for us, right?
For
so
sure,
if we,
so yeah, I
if
get
we
it
kick her out and we get a new thing and like set the new format where they
Yeah.
have to pay the utilities,
For sure.
We just wanna optimize
it's a better
our
deal for
properties,
us, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So how do you have that duplex set up in terms of like utilities? Is it a hydro split?
Yeah, that's the thing. So right now, I'm absolutely positive the electrical.
Right
is
now
even
it's all
separate.
together. It's
Yeah, it's all one. It's one
It's all
slightly.
one.
It's all
Yeah.
one.
It's all one. Yeah.
Okay, so that's something that you immediately want to do on the next ones. You
Yeah.
could even do on that one. So, is that the only tenant that's living there? Or is that one tenant?
That's literally one tenant. I think how many kids does she have right now?
Two.
2 kids.
And is it a duplex? But she's living in she's taking.
Well,
both
we don't
units?
know what the basement's not really like. There was a flood, so she's not really using it. She's just
Oh.
using the laundry room in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the other stuff is we got.
So there was a tenant down there, but they left because of the flood or whatever.
No,
or?
I mean they left. Yeah. But the other
Long
ones
time
just-
ago. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They left because they couldn't get along, and then the flood happened afterwards.
Gotcha.
So,
She
yeah.
called the city, she called the fire department.
Okay. Yeah.
Then
So yeah. Okay. So this is the one that's not legal, right? You're saying the basement's too low.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the basement height down there?
No, this is the only property that's illegal, right? It's got like I think it's like 6'2", 6'2",
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I'm trying to think.
I don't know the exact measurement, but this is the property that's giving us a headache. The other one is boring.
Yeah,
Just like your favorite
yeah,
word.
Yeah,
The second one is the one. with
perfect.
the- Right?
So I don't know what you can do to make, like, well, I know what you can do, but it's going to cost an insane amount of money. I don't know if you want to do it. The only
Yeah.
way is to raise the ceiling, which means you got to dig down,
Yeah.
which is going to cost a shit ton of money.
Right.
So if to underpin, like, I don't know what the cost of that. We're probably looking at 40 grand. Like,
I got it.
Ceiling, no problem.
Yeah, I don't think. I
The
think
ceiling's no
should be
problem?
fine. Yeah,
Oh,
ceiling should be
Oh,
fine.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's good.
it'll be
I
6'5"?
think it's above 6'5". Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, see, I don't
should
even.
be fine.
Okay.
So if it'll work, then yeah. I mean,
Okay, then it's fine.
6'5" is really low.
That's
Like,
50 years old property.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, to be under 6'5", like,
Yeah.
is very rare.
I don't think it's no.
yeah,
Yeah, it should
there'll be
fine.
like literally like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
No, it's told that.
Okay,
It's
so
good?
then,
Okay.
so then you can legalize. So you can do the practice run. Like, I would go through the permit process.
Yeah.
And legalize it. Go through the whole thing, like I said. You already own it, but do that, legalize it, and then split the hydrometers once she goes.
Gotcha.
That's the first thing I do immediately. Split the hydrometers.
Yeah.
It's super
Yeah.
easy.
I think they were saying that like because right now it's just one unit, right?
Yeah.
Like if it was to make it 2 unit, like for example, we hired electricians and stuff.
Yeah.
And like to make sure that it meets code and stuff. And I think it was like for one to make it 1 unit it was like 7,000 or like 5,000.
Yeah.
To make it 2 separate units it was like $22,000 or something,
Yeah.
right? So
For wiring, like just
for wiring,
just
for
those-
wiring, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
to make it 2 units legally, like to
Yeah,
make the
yeah.
code and
That's
stuff.
still a lot too. I can get you better because like
Yeah.
my electrician, we do this all the time. Is typically 16K.
Yeah.
And that includes rewiring everything, like the whole house. Like pot lights everywhere, upstairs, pot lights, all the plugs, all the switch, like the whole thing. And
Yeah.
then splitting 2 meters, etc. There's about 16, 17K.
And that increases the value of the house
yes,
too, right?
yes. That's what I'm saying, do it. Because
Yeah.
you want to get that utility away, let them pay it. But also, you're going to spend 16K on splitting the meters. You've instantly raised the value at least 30K.
So the house value goes up 30,000.
Immediately.
Doubles.
Immediately,
Yeah.
yeah. Because nobody wants to pay the tenant's hydro. Nobody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go to sell this now or 5 years from now, whatever, that is very valuable.
Right.
So
Oh, okay.
that, it makes it that much more wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
People want it more.
Also, like, the city told me, like, you know, like when the zoning and stuff
Yeah.
to apply, like, also the people have a vote too in that street, right? They have a vote if they wanna.
Oh, like boat access or like?
I mean, no, like they have a vote if they
Oh,
like
vote. Yeah,
for,
yeah.
like duplex to make it legal. I mean, if you voted on that street, like
Yeah.
you live on the street, they
Gotcha.
can vote against it if they want to, right?
Not if the zoning already allows for it.
Oh,
That's what we want to look for again.
I-
So that's thanks for telling me that, bring that up.
Yeah.
So like when we do the property and we look at it for like I'm
We have some
saying.
passionate fans in the back.
Yeah, awesome. It's awesome. So we called the city, like I said, to make sure the zoning allows for it.
Yeah.
If the zoning is R1, right, off the bat, I know that that's not going to work in Kitchener. Don't buy that property going forward. Like we don't want to buy that
Yeah.
one. Because in that case, to change the zoning to an R3 or whatever to make it work, now you need the votes, the neighborhood votes, etc. You got to pay 10 grand. You might not even get it. You might lose that 10 grand. It's just gone. So, like when we're looking at properties, we just don't even go to those properties.
Yeah.
If-
Also, it's like 5, 10, because you know it has to be a certain square footage, right?
Yeah.
And like I think we're off by 10. Like
10
so we
square
have to
meters or
fill out,
whatever?
like minimum variance form.
Yeah, minor
And to
variance,
fill out
yeah.
minimum
God,
variance.
See, I didn't
Yeah.
know any of this.
So the minor variance is what we want to avoid, like at all costs, if possible.
That's
if
the form I
possible.
have to fill up because like I'm 10.
Yeah.
I'm 10 below.
Yeah, that's so annoying. 10 square feet, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll most likely get it, but it has to go to a vote for the neighbors.
Yeah.
The odds of them saying no is very unlikely, but you never know, right?
Yeah.
You're dealing with bitchy people, right?
Yeah.
They might say no, and then you lose your money, you lost everything, right? For that, the fee to pay for that, it's gone. So.
Well, I'm glad we talked about
Yeah.
that. I had no idea about that.
So going forward, that's why we call the city, you know, hey, I saw 123 Main Street on MLS, can I duplex it? Yes, the zoning allows for it, good, I don't gotta go through any of that shit.
Gotcha.
I get my guy in, draw it, put the permit in, done. It's 100% gonna be approved every time. Yeah.
Gotcha. Just really simple and boring.
Yeah, and Kitchener's very easy for that, like in terms of, like if the zoning meets, you're gonna get the permit every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might like want bigger windows or like things like that, but permit-wise, you're gonna get it.
I see.
Whereas other cities, Waterloo, Cambridge, a little.
What's your experience been with Cambridge, City of Cambridge?
Cambridge is dumb. So
Yeah.
like we'll do it in Cambridge if
Yeah.
if that's where the deal is, but
Yeah.
99% of the time we're doing it in Kitchener.
I see.
Yeah, because Cambridge has some dumb rules.
Yeah.
Like for example, like the bungalow. I say this example all the time. A bungalow is straight up and down, right? The square foot upstairs is the exact same as downstairs. In Cambridge, they want the basement to only be 40% of the upstairs. 40% of the size of the upstairs.
What?
How do you do that if it's the same? It's the same,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So that means that the furnace room has to be gigantic. So you lose a bedroom,
Yeah.
most likely, because the furnace room has to be like 700 square feet. Like it's stupid.
Holy smokes.
So yeah, that's the dumbest rule I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Anyway, in Kitchener they don't care about that. It's just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I gotta talk to the mayor about it. I play basketball with him.
Yeah. Get on it.
Damn. Holy smokes. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Yeah, it's good I didn't know about that other problem. Okay, so I guess the next concrete move I need to focus on, at least 3-month goal, would be sort of more so, because it's good that
Yeah.
you know you're like the only investor savvy realtor in the
100%.
area,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in terms of, because I was just settled on the 20% down,
Yeah.
so at least that 5% opens up other opportunities.
You know, just make your money go so much farther.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's a peace of mind knowing, like, you know, as far as with the zoning and everything else.
Yeah, like once you get on our list and we start looking for properties for you, don't even worry about that stuff. We're gonna do all that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because initially I had it back in my mind, like the property that's actually working for us, with that $20,000 mortgage left on, like, it's 4 bedrooms, 2 downstairs,
Yeah.
grocery store, school, everything, good neighborhood.
Yeah.
We were like, should we sell it and then, even though with that capital, we can use it to, you know, get other
Yeah.
properties, or just, you know, because we can do that with refinance too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why we're just juggling between both, and
Yeah.
when you keep thinking about it, you're like, damn it. And I was like, it's just analysis versus paralysis.
Totally.
right?
Yeah. 100%. Totally normal.
Oh, what do you recommend with, you know, like the renovations?
Yeah.
You said, I see, like 120K, right?
Yeah.
Is that like the house is like, before, when you buy it, it's completely like,
Shitty. Yeah. Most likely.
oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where you get the value, yeah.
Yeah, so we were typically buying like homes that are 1970s and they haven't been renovated since the 70s. Like
Yeah.
shag carpet, green carpet,
Yeah.
wallpaper.
I know you're like a professional carpenter, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
So
yeah.
you save you save a lot of money that way too.
Totally, like yeah, like I stopped doing the work like, I don't know, 8 years ago,
Yeah.
but like I know how to renovate. So like it was easier for me to figure out the system of like how to duplex as I know the building code.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then the
house.
120K, like, is there like private, like good people that give loans for good rates? Because sometimes you do it
Yeah.
according to the cost benefit, right?
Totally.
120K is a lot of money. It's
It
not
is,
like it's
yeah.
just like, and
That's the
it's like,
thing.
am I gonna get the money?
No, you
Yeah.
get it back after refinance.
You get it back. So
In 6 months.
so you do need it, but because you're only using it for 3 to 4 months, 5 months max, it's better to, if you don't have it, to go borrow away from who knows for 12%.
Yeah.
Right. So when we borrow money, you're going to be able to borrow money pretty easily from 10 to 14%.
Yeah.
Oh, from like what companies like? You
No,
do,
there's
like,
all the.
People like me, like just
Oh.
like investors.
Yeah.
So we can use it like a bank or like a mortgage broker, like your mortgage broker to do the deal. Could help you even find that loan, you know, the 120K loan for the reno. You can. It's just easier to skip all of that and just go to investors that you know. So
Yeah.
people that you know in your network, you'd be surprised how many people have 120K HELOC on their house. Like everybody out there, everybody who has a house probably has 120,000 that they don't
Yeah.
even know of. or-
Dad has 120.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah, so you borrow from people like that who just
Yeah,
have the money. And you know, their cost of money is on their HELOC is let's say 5%, right? But they're gonna lend it to you for 12, so they're gonna make 7.
So
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very smart for people to do that. You just have to kind of explain it to them, or just better yet, deal with people who already understand that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
The criteria for that is they it's against the property, right? In terms of like what's
Yeah.
their collab like.
Well, for this,
Yeah.
for like the loan, just for the reno, that's why you want to go with people you know, because
Yeah.
it's probably just gonna be like a promissory note, like a loan,
Gotcha.
like I'm gonna give you this money, pay me back, please. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can register a loan you can do a second mortgage on the property for that. I mean, people who don't trust you or don't know you are probably going to do that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Go to people, your dad, your family, friends who know you, and just say, hey, like, we'll do a promissory note agreement. You know, if you fuck me, I'll sue you, right?
Yeah.
There's
so
a way.
6 months you can get back. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's why it's better to borrow that money because you're only using it for 4, 5, 6 months. So yeah, if you can borrow from somebody, do that.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't have the money, if you have the money, then you just use your own money.
Oh, go.
So many
Yeah.
wasted, so many opportunities.
That's the
yeah,
thing.
It's like it's crazy.
It's on. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
honestly mind-boggling how much you can do. Like it's not just the regular go to the bank, walk into TD, meet the guy, and you know,
Yeah.
there's so many things, so much money out there. You just gotta think differently.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
right
just-
now, because like we had flood in our the basement. I mean,
Yeah.
not like the property, and then like obviously there was a little mold and stuff, so we took care of that. We cut
Yeah.
we gutted a little bit, but hopefully we don't have to gut the whole thing out. But like
Again, yeah, I
'cause
know,
we put
yeah.
carpet. That's the problem. We put carpet, like new carpet.
Yeah.
And then obviously it flooded, so we had to throw it out. It's
For
useless
sure,
anyway,
100%.
so-
Yeah.
But hopefully we don't have to gut it completely. But yeah, and then definitely put like floors instead of carpet. I mean.
Yeah, laminate, waterproof floors. Like the laminate that I use is waterproof, mold proof.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So if it literally does flood, you just drain it and get a machine down there and suck it all up. But
Yeah.
and then you just let it dry for like a week and it's good as new.
Damn.
Like waterproof, mold proof. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know they had waterproof. mold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be shy. I didn't think he was gonna say
Yeah, it's
a word,
good.
but It's good.
Yeah. So any luxury vinyl flooring is waterproof, mold proof. Most of them
Yeah.
nowadays, yeah. Just
Okay.
ask, but most
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Perfect.
So in case it does
because
flood again. Like,
sometimes it's like the hesitation, right? Like I don't know, I don't really want to put that much money in reno, but
Totally.
like, it might be worth it in the long run.
it is, 100%, because you get the higher rent. And especially, yeah, 'cause a lot of people tell me like, Matt, why are you spending so much money? Like, why are you renovating? Why is it so nice? Doesn't have to be that nice. It's a rental. I don't care about the rental. I care about the refi. That's why I spend so much to make it look so nice, because I want the 600 or 660, 675 refi, right?
Yeah.
I'm buying at 500, right? I'm making 50K equity. If I just pull back and I do bullshit floors and like IKEA kitchens, you know what I mean? It might only appraise for 630, and then I made no money. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bought 500, I spent 130, I made for 630, it appraises for 630. What the hell was the point of that?
Right, right.
So that's why I spend a little more, and then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
fine.
optimizing on it.
But you must be, you must, like, when you're renovating, you're probably, like, direct supplying, right? Not going to Home Depot and, like, buying this stuff.
Yeah, totally.
It's like you're direct link.
Yeah, we're getting direct to like warehouses, but even then, we're using even better materials than Home Depot, and it's cheaper because we're going. Home Depot is like you only go to Home Depot for like 2x4s, drywall,
Yeah.
insulation, building materials. If you want like flooring, taps, vanities, you know what I mean, like the
Yeah.
nice stuff. 9 times out of 10, Home Depot is way more expensive,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
With
So
the
we'll go to like on Victoria Street in Kitchener, all those flooring stores.
Yeah.
Any one of those is great. Like,
Yeah.
you get great deals. Like my flooring that we buy is now they just went up in price because they got like an underpad that's even more waterproof. So whatever, I paid for it.
Right, right.
But is $2.10 per foot, right? Like that's crazy. That's pretty cheap. And it's a really really good quality.
Yeah, that's dirt. Yeah. way
really
cheaper
good quality
than
floor. And
Right.
I used to be paying like a couple months ago it was $178. Like I said, the flooring that I was using went out of business, and then it was a new version with an underpad that's nicer, whatever. It went up to $210, which is still like insane price.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
It must be hard to, like, contractors, too. Like, it must be, like, you want to hire somebody you trust, right? Like,
Yeah,
contractors and
100%.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, who do you usually go with and stuff?
Yeah, so the way I do it is like I always say this, if you want to build a business and have it consistent, you like to have one contracting team that does all the work, because they're happy because they're getting busy, they get all the work, but the only way to get good rates and good people is when you find a good contractor, which is trial and error, really, until you find one, then you keep them by keeping them busy all year long.
Yeah.
That's the goal that I do, which is how I keep them.
And you offer a service where you can manage the property?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right.
another thing. Like if you guys buy the duplex conversion and you're like, I don't know how to do this, like
Yeah.
who to use, I can manage it with my team for a fee. Like it's 10 grand. If you
Yeah.
buy a property with me as your realtor, it's 10 grand. If you don't, it's 15 grand. But anyway, for you
Yeah.
guys it'll be 10K, but I'll personally manage the renovation. My crew will go in there and then we do it all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do everything. You guys, but you guys walk through it as we go. You learn. You're gonna learn a shit ton.
Apprentice type
Yeah, it's
thing.
pretty much a coaching program, really.
Yeah.
You go through it, you learn, and then the next one, you might not need to hire me. You're good to go, right? Because you know how to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, perfect. Wow. No, that's amazing. It is, it is, sometimes it could get overwhelming, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just absorbing those fundamentals,
For sure.
right? Because refinance is going to be your best friend, pretty much.
100%, yeah. 100%. It just keeps you going. And then you just do the refi in your own name
Yeah.
for as long as you can. And then the banks say no more. And then that's when you do JV partners, right?
Right. I think my dad has a question.
Oh. Yeah.
I never seen my brother this passionate in the last decade. So this, you the fruitful
No.
investor.
No, I'm the one that takes care of that property. That's
Yeah.
So
His
it's fine.
name's on that
I
mortgage.
don't-
Right on.
No, I buy the property, it's his name.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So if she signed N11, we can rent for somebody else?
Yeah. She has to leave, right? Obviously.
If she signs at N11, she's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we can rent for somebody else or?
Yes,
Yeah?
you do whatever you want. Renovate it, jack the rent up to
You can
2,000.
do whatever you want.
Yeah,
That's
that's
our-
why, because when they sign that form, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
It's our house.
Right
again.
now, the current state is like we did the N12.
Yeah.
So like it was a court date. We got in May. Obviously it's postponed because courts
Yeah.
are closed.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
like but like the N12, like I was planning it. Like I mean,
To move
we
in?
would move in or something.
Yeah, that's another thing you could do.
Yeah.
Which, if the N11 doesn't work and she won't take $30,000, she still says no. Screw yourself.
Yeah.
Do the N12 and you move in.
Yeah, do that. But in
Sure,
the
it's your
past,
house.
people have acted in bad faith, right? And it's cost
Yes.
them, right? Like when they say they're gonna move in, but then
That's when you
there's
get
a big
shit.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Like 50,000 or something.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
we're
bad.
twins though, so like I
Yeah,
can just move.
exactly. Yeah. But that's the thing, because if you do the N12, like that's the last resort. I would try the N11 first because it's the easiest. It just splits ties.
Yeah.
The N12 means you have to move in for a little bit at least.
Yeah, for a
Until
year minimum, 12
A
months.
year minimum, but she might forget about you in like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
But you got to actually move in for.
She's obsessed about him. It's
But
gonna
sometimes
be
it's
6
bad
months.
faith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It is
if it's
bad faith.
then it's like there's a huge penalty, right?
There is, yeah. So
Yeah.
you want to do it right for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I go to this one first.
Yeah, N11. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Wow. And then in terms of like mindset, right? Because obviously all this stuff is great,
Yeah.
but without the right mindset, like
Yeah.
it's just, you know, like literally you're just gonna go back to autopilot, right?
Sure, yeah.
The best part is, you know, because I know you're creating a business that's gonna be on autopilot,
Yeah.
right? And passive income and
Yeah.
all. So mindset wise, like, I was on a Zoom call with you before. It was like with Oliver.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because
Sweet.
I was supposed to go to the retreat, and
Yeah.
then I was like, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do the one-on-one coaching,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Come to the
And-
retreat, man.
Yeah. But you were saying how like there was a guy from Oshawa,
Yeah.
and you put him on the spot. You're like, okay, like you're
Yeah.
gonna just send out X amount of flyers.
Exactly.
Like do it right now. He's like, I'll just send you the flyer, and he's like, he just got off guard. He's like, what do
Totally.
you mean? I want to do it right now.
Yeah, right now, man. That's honestly, if there's one thing that attributed to my success and like people that I know is just speed.
Velocity.
Yeah,
right?
like speed is the most important thing.
Yeah.
We can sit here all day and talk about the numbers and do all this shit. Tomorrow, I want you to go and look. Right?
Yeah.
If you're ready to go and you want to go, like let me know. And tomorrow, we're gonna start saying.
Yeah, because my name's coming off, and then I'm just gonna
Yeah.
once my name comes off the mortgage, it's gonna be velocity,
Yeah.
right?
100%. So that's what we gotta do. Speed.
Yeah.
You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make more mistakes, but you're gonna be farther ahead than if you didn't. 100%.
Right.
Like that's the only way. You just gotta kind of put your head down, like I said, and just go.
And having a coach and mentorship is
Yeah.
pivotal, right? Because
100%.
learning from other people's mistakes is like if I went and created a duplex
Totally.
and I didn't know about zoning,
Yeah.
it's like, oh damn
You
it.
could have, yeah, that one mistake could have just fucked the whole thing up, right?
Yeah.
You could have lost a ton of money.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good that we have at least some direction with that property that's been vacant in
Exactly,
the back.
yeah.
So at least we got that, and then house hacking. I learned about that recently.
Yeah,
right?
perfect. Yeah, great idea.
Because we were gonna like, yeah. If I didn't know any of this, I was gonna keep up with the Joneses, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's
We all would, yeah.
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 So it's like, damn.
But what's your thoughts now? Because the house prices, they're like obviously just increasing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it might like because of this times, like it might go down a little
Yeah.
bit. But and like in Toronto, especially, we're like I think the fourth largest market in North America. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I mean, Chicago, New York, I think, and then.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then but Toronto's like fourth, like
100%,
literally in North
yeah.
America.
yeah.
Vancouver, yeah, but and then. So like, what's your like? Because now it might be a little bit hard to get the stress test is higher too.
Yeah.
To get a mortgage, right?
For sure. Which is all good. All those things are good for us. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The harder it gets for everybody else to buy a house, the more happy I am. Like I was so happy when these new rules came out for the CMHC. I was like, yes. Everybody else,
For new people coming in to just try to do your model.
Because it's a bidding
It'd be
war,
harder, right?
pretty much.
it's a bidding war, but it wipes out a lot of the market.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
right now we have too many people looking for houses.
Yeah.
And especially my houses, the bungalows. Everybody wants to live in a bungalow. Like all the Joneses want to buy their house.
Yeah,
That house,
very
right?
hard to find the bungalow now.
It's hard to find because everybody's fucking putting offers on, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if they get wiped out, I get more room.
Yeah.
And then they gotta rent from me because now they can't qualify. So
Yeah.
now they rent from me.
Like you know, remember
Yeah.
3 years ago when it was like there was 20 offers every house.
Yeah, totally.
That 3
We're
years
still
ago,
seeing that.
summer was
You're still
crazy.
seeing that, right?
Yeah, like the market right now is just fucking insane. It's still insane right now. But it's kind of a different level. It's not as bad, but it's still a hot market. And to answer your question, is the market going to keep going up? 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to keep for sure.
Yeah.
There's no end in sight for Southern Ontario to stop.
Yeah.
We have too many fundamentals. There's population growth, so many immigrants coming to Canada. They need houses to live. They have money. They're
Yeah.
buying houses. They're not poor. Like they have money. They're
Yeah.
buying houses and they have jobs and they're smart.
Yeah.
So there's so much demand. People are moving all over the place.
Yeah.
So all that population growth, we have tons of great jobs in Kitchener specifically. We got the tech industry. Like, dude, it's
Yeah.
just all signs up.
What do you think
Yeah.
about Cambridge? Like, yeah,
Same
it's
thing.
still pretty close.
Same market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kitchener and Cambridge is the exact same market.
Except the city is dumber.
It's just
than
farther
Cambridge.
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, the city of Cambridge is dumb, but market real
Yeah.
estate wise, it's the same thing.
It's like crazy.
Prices, rents, all the same.
I bought a condo like I'm gonna get it a couple months like
Yeah.
near Square One area
Okay,
around
yeah.
Ontario. But I mean it's just like obviously I gotta pay condo fees and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Most likely gonna be investment after
For
a while.
sure, yeah.
But I mean usually houses, duplex is the best way to go, right?
Yeah,
Because
right
condos-
now, yeah, I like
Condo,
it.
I was thinking about maybe doing Airbnb or something like that. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
In Toronto area, for sure, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like Mississauga, yeah,
Yep.
Ontario. Yeah.
For sure. There's just so many different strategies, like that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Kitchener, like the duplexes work really well. The Airbnb doesn't work so well in Kitchener. I had a couple of clients try it, it just didn't work.
Right,
I mean, it's possible, but it's just not the smartest thing. Long term, in Kitchener is better. Airbnb is better for GTA, Mississauga.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like tourists or whatever.
Tourist areas, yeah. Nobody's coming to Kitchener to like hang out. Like,
Yeah.
They're coming for
But Kitchener's
business.
growing, like, because Google.
Yeah. So it's, yeah, you have business people staying short term, but I wouldn't put my whole real estate strategy on that.
Yeah.
Like, this is too risky.
I was talking to my friend in Cambridge, and he was talking about like with the whole Grant Cardone thing, where like you don't want to invest in the city you live in.
Yeah.
Sometimes because like he's investing in Sault Ste. Marie. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know about the jobs there, man, and like
Yeah,
get
funny 'cause I
some-
always rip on Sault Ste. Marie on all my videos. Always.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
Always ripping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's there? Nothing, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to invest there, right? Not saying you can't go there. And
if there's no
you'll
jobs,
never-
tenants can't pay you.
Yeah, and the thing right now in Ontario and most of North America, everybody right now looks like a genius because the market's in a boom. It has been for like 10 years. So people are investing in all these little dinky towns and they're like, see, I'm smart. What happens when the real recession comes, right? This wasn't a real recession, this was bullshit.
Yeah.
What happens when the next real recession comes, right? Those Sault Ste. Marie, those little dinky towns, they're gonna get hit first. And Kitchener-Waterloo's gonna do nothing. It's gonna be the same thing, right?
Right.
So I'd rather invest in it.
Yeah, if anything, I think they're building all the transportation to get to downtown Toronto faster and all
Exactly.
that. Right?
Yeah, there's so much stuff, so much fundamentals going on here. Like it's
Yeah.
foolproof, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like you gotta buy yesterday. Like let's go.
We're so fortunate
Yeah.
that you're here because when I saw on YouTube, I'm like, oh man, another California kid.
Yeah, another California. Yeah. Right on. Yeah.
It's like
Graham Stephen. Another
Yeah,
Graham
yeah,
Stephen,
yeah.
right?
Awesome,
You're like
man.
Kitchener-Waterloo. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So
Awesome, man.
that's awesome. But did you have any other questions? Did you have any questions?
No, no, that's it.
You sure?
Cool, man.
he wants to just kick the tenant
Yeah,
out.
let's go. Let's go. I like it.
Well, we always thought millionaires wore you know, suits. You're just like such a simple guy, next door neighbor.
Yeah, man, hanging on the beach. I ain't do that.
yeah, exactly. But you're in terms of like, you're all about buy and hold, right? For
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah,
Obviously,
buy and hold at the beginning. 100%.
In the beginning.
I want you to get wealthy and really wealthy with the buy and holds. Once you reach like the 2 million, 3 million net worth, then we switch to flips, wholesales, whatever, all the fun stuff, right?
I know you've been doing wholesales and getting
Yeah,
some good deals.
because I just reached that point in my career now where it's like I got enough rental properties. I don't want any more, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I still have tons of partners. We're buying good deals, but like I'm slowing down there and I'm ramping up on the flips. I got my wealth,
Right.
the slow wealth. Now I want the cash together.
Instant gratification.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, in terms of working with you as a realtor, so I guess once my name comes off the mortgage, and then from there, I guess I'll just contact you,
Yeah.
and then we'll just kind of, work through the MLS properties type of thing, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Because legal.
Yeah, as soon as you're ready to go,
Yeah.
get your mortgage broker, like talk to them first. If you don't have one, let me know. I can set you up with my guy.
Okay.
We'll get you approved, I'll set up if you haven't done that. Once you're good and you're set up, let me know, and then we'll get you on the list, and we'll start going from there. I'll
Okay.
send you properties and
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And then it's the same email address. I think it's
Same email, yeah,
Matt
yeah,
at KW
yeah.
Property Pro. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, sounds good. I think that's. Do you have any
No,
questions?
no, that's
see you, man.
Okay, no. I think that was pretty much it.
All right, guys, if you like that video, hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button so we can see more of each other. If you want in-person coaching like my man here, let me know. Let's do some one-on-one coaching. See you in the next video.
Highly recommend it.
Right on, man.
Go with the best.
See you later.